started in the car business in 1997 at a Ford dealership in St. Louis, Missouri. I actually worked as a salesman, obviously, which then in 1998 actually started working internet leads, which led me to be an internet director for a small dealer group, which also then led me, and part of that small dealer group, to be the general sales manager of that dealership. So then I covered the desk and F&I and the inventory and turnaround. It was a small independent. That led me back to being an internet director for a large dealer group. And so basically it covered a lot other than general manager, a lot of the front end positions at the automotive dealers. It'd probably be general manager. One of the things I've always envisioned is to go into that role and spend a week in every department, maybe even undercover, before I even took the position, work in service and parts and turnaround time, and just look at all the nuances and the issues going on, and then come in as a general manager to help maybe, start helping turning those things around. I think that'd be a fun position. I started Lotpop in September 2013. I spent 8 years with Viato, traveling all over the country, helping dealerships, and been literally stepped foot in thousands of dealerships over those years. And I just still continue to see dealers struggle with staying on top of the processes. And a lot of that processes was looking at your photos and your descriptions, looking at the inventory, looking at your sold percentage, your sale rates, and kind of a lot of reporting. But I realized that the managers at the store, as good as they are, a lot of them are people persons. They like desking deals, they like talking to customers, they like dealing deals. And so to sit behind a computer for a couple hours to do these tasks that it takes, one, they didn't have the time, and two, it's usually not their forte. They like being in positions and desking deals and so forth. So I knew dealers needed some additional help, but what can they do to hire an assistant and then train them and figure out who to hire, or have a used car director, and usually they're not big enough for a position like that. So I knew there's a big opportunity that dealers just need a little bit more help, a little bit more guidance, somebody to be accountability partner, second set of eyes. And so I walked away from Viato with great terms. I'm not there to compete, I'm actually there to enhance. I need them on a system like Viato or Max Digital or Inventory Plus to get that data, but to sit there and hold the dealer's hands, because again, just throughout those years and visiting dealers for so long, I just seen too many guys struggling. It was frustrating because I was limited on what I could do for them. So that's how Lotpop came about. Came up with the name Lotpop because I didn't want to make this company about me and my services or my name, so I didn't do Jasen Rice and Associates, and wanted something that was a little bit different. And I talk a lot to dealers about their virtual lot. They need to handle their virtual lot, meaning their website, their inventory, how they handle their leads. So lot was obviously, we talk about a car lot and everything, but when I talk about lot, it's about your virtual lot. And then the pop, obviously, and the asterisk came about is we want you to stand out in the market. We want your listings to stand out and pop. We want your communications with the customers and emails to communicate to pop and stand out in the market. But also there's the acronym potential overall profit. What is this potential overall profit for my inventory, for my lead management tools, my lead providers? There's we got to look at the potential overall profit on a particular deal or a vehicle, and look at the whole picture and not just that one hit. So Lotpop came up with obviously virtual lot, and again, mostly to get the dealership to stand out. What I like most about working at Lotpop, when I was really handling a lot of the calls when I first started out, was I felt like I was part of a dealership. I was like back at the store without being in the store. I can help multiple dealers, but I didn't lose the grasp of the retail market. If I'm doing 20, 25 calls a week, I'm changing anywhere from 30 to 80 prices with these dealers on every call. So I'm changing 1,000 plus prices on these calls, and I get to learn what's going on the retail end, deeper than I think anybody out there can, because we can look at a California market and to an independent market, to a franchise dealer, to a highline store all over the country. We're seeing patterns as we do these price changes. So one, I feel like I'm engaged with the dealers, I'm involved with them and part of their team, and they rely on us to help them be better. But we're not separated from what's actually going on the ground. And so it's like being the best of both worlds. The biggest struggle I see with dealers is, again, process management. Some of the things that we do when we help dealers increase the presence of their used cars and the marketing and getting more aggressive and of getting a big message out on their cars, they're getting more leads, and now it's a whole other problem. Now we get a bunch of leads, are we handling that process? So it's process management, and again, that's where we come into play. Lotpop, we're kind of known for helping dealers with used car operations, but we also, with my internet background and the team members I have, we help them on internet process management too. We do weekly calls with some dealers on lead management because we know the impact of getting those leads and not just looking for the low-hanging fruit on those leads and cherry picking those leads. It's a process that you need somebody to stay on top of, no different than used car inventory. We also do a limited amount of new car inventory management too. I say limited amount because right now we deal with dealers that might have auto conquest, and we use that data to help the dealers analyze their inventory, make adjustments each week, and manage it like they do used cars. So I think the biggest struggle is process management, and so we implement it in all three of those areas, the new, used, and internet, because they all kind of go hand in hand. I spend my free time pretty much with my family. I got 5 kids, ranging from 3 to 28. I got everything from preschool to middle school to high school to college to gone. So that takes up a ton of my time. Also, in the last year, picked up cycling. So I like to get out on the road almost every day and pick up a few miles. So. The one thing I would tell a dealer as far as improving operations, and it's kind of become our motto, we have these wristbands called First 30. I would say both new and used car inventory management, it's an investment. You got to look at it as investment, not the shiny red car and how pretty and low miles it is. So if you can focus on your first 30, meaning how many cars you're carrying that's 0 to 30 days old, the best performing stores will push out 60 to 70% of their sales in the first 30 days. So in order to do that, you have to carry 60 to 70% in your first 30 days. It means you can't have an aging issue. To sell it in the first 30 days, you gotta have a good turnaround time. You gotta stock the right cars. So if you just focus on that first 30, your sale rate and your carry rate, it's a trickle-down effect that makes you have to be more effective across the board and every aspect of your industry. So first 30, man, just focus on those first 30 days. Try to get those cars out sooner than later. Maybe new cars at 60 days, but definitely first 30, get that inventory moving, and you'll see the profit effect everywhere.